So, Chronicles of...
You're going to get more stories out of me laying in bed than you will never laying in bed.
So, I had to come on here. He has to tell this story of his transport to a doctor appointment, neurology appointment today. Well, first of all, I want to tell you, the neurologist told him that it was a massive stroke and that he's lucky he's alive.
Let alone moving.
Let alone moving. That people that have the type of stroke that he's had don't usually make it out of it. Paralyzed or dead. And he said, don't rush it. You won't be walking in a week if you walk again. But watch God work. You watch. So,
I'm going to walk on water. Jesus is going to work for me while you walk on water. I'm going to walk on water.
Anyway. So, hold on. I got to wait for some people to join because you got to tell this story. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
So we'll tell this. You got to tell the story. So today he had this neurology appointment, and he got into the van. Well, they transported him from the rehab to his appointment. Yeah. All right. So go ahead.
All right. So it's a paddy wagon. You guys know what a paddy wagon is, right? It's like Big Four. You know, they throw all the prisoners all the way in the back, strap them down, and they got the set of seats in the next, and then the set of seats in the front. Well, they put me in there. They strapped me down like Hannibal Lecter. I had motherfucking seatbelts around my shoulders and seatbelts around my legs. And I was sitting back there, and I looked under the stairs. And if you look where that dresser is, pointing where that dresser is. But the second set of seats was about as far as that dresser was. There was one single piece of Werther's original.
Werther's original candy. One little piece of candy.
And I told the guy
under the seat
when he got me out at the doctor's office, I said, "Hey man,
slow down."
I told him, "Let me teach you a lesson. Never leave a piece of candy out for a guy that hasn't eaten in 4 to 6 weeks." He said, "Why?" I said, "Because I'll fucking find a way to get that bitch." He doubted me. So after the appointment was over, we got back in the car, and I was staring at that motherfucker. I was like, "I'm gonna get that bitch. I'm gonna get it. Next thing you know, I got it. I stopped, and Miss Whitney was in the back, and I opened up my hand and went like this. She's like, "Dad, how'd you do that?" So I told Missy how I did it. I said, "You know what?" I said, I took my shoe off, and I put that motherfucker in between. I put it in between the rails, and I was in the seat. He
was strapped in.
I was doing the worm.
He was scooting down as far as he could.
I was scooting like this. And I was using my big ass toes, and I was grabbing that motherfucker with my toes. And finally, when I grabbed it, I was like, "Yeah, I got that bitch. I got that bitch." Hey, and then the cool thing that I did though, once the guy got me back out, I said, "Well, what's your name again?" He said, "My name's Willie." I said, "Here's your candy, Willie." I gave him this piece of candy.
And Willie looked at you how?
Yeah, and he's like, "Holy shit, you really got that out?" I said, "I told you, I'm like a crackhead. Don't leave candy out for a guy that's starving."
Technically, this is all he's ate in the last 5 weeks, or 4 weeks. So, and he hasn't really ate it.
No, I gave it to him.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm saying that this here has been your nutrition since the stroke. So I'll reiterate or just say it again what I said in the beginning. The doctor, he had a neurology appointment today, and the neurologist said that the stroke, that he had a massive stroke, and that most people that have that type of stroke don't either are paralyzed completely or don't survive. So he's very lucky to be alive, and he's very, very lucky or blessed to be even moving.
He did agree that the Ativan could have something to do with it.
With what?
I told him I think the Ativan advanced it. I said it's possible.
Oh, he told the neurologist that the Ativan, he thinks, advanced the stroke or made things worse, and the neurologist agreed it could have. Yeah. So note to anyone, watch out for that Ativan because it makes people crazy and probably very, very anxious.
You guys know I'm a horror fan, and you can ask my daughter, anybody, who I was talking about when I was under
When you were delusional on
Yeah, when I was asleep. Jason, Friday 13th was chasing me through the woods. Was he not?
No.
Yeah, he was chasing me with this big ass stick and a Werther's original on it.
No. Are you serious?
No, when he was chasing me with an axe, he just didn't have a Werther's. Because if he had a Werther's, he would have survived.
You'd hate the Werther's.
I would have took that. You just better give me that shit.
So, anyhow, the neurologist said, be patient with yourself. Don't rush it. You're not going to be walking next week. You'll be actually lucky to walk at all. But watch. You watch. This man is determined. He's not going to let this take him down.
If I'm not going to let a Werther's original take me down, I ain't letting no stroke take me down. Hey, these motherfucking feet are going to climb up trees. I'm telling you,
You see these feet? Look at the feet.
I bet you ain't money. I can use these feet to do a Rubik's Cube.
I think you have.
Put it between my toes. I bet you'll be yellow and green on one side.
Oh my God.
5 minutes.
So, anyhow, he's blessed. We're blessed. I'm just really happy that he's doing so much better right now. So much better.
Oh, you know what I gave Billy today? I gave him a Werther's original with fava beans.
I know it. So he really taught that guy a lesson though, because he told him, don't leave candy out in front of a guy who hasn't ate food in 5 weeks.
It's
whatever.
true what they say about crackheads. Don't leave crack out anywhere or a dime underneath a trailer. Because you better believe that motherfucker's going to lift that tire up and get that dime.
He's going to get that dime. Danny scooted slowly down in the damn straps. He was strapped up like Hannibal Lecter and managed to grab that piece of candy from underneath the seat in front of him.
Imagine this being the straps.
With his toe.
Imagine this being the straps, okay? Now, point it at my feet.
Hold on, let me turn it around. All right.
Imagine it, point it at my feet.
Yep.
Okay, imagine this being the straps, okay?
Uh-huh.
This is my feet. Slowly getting around that bitch. And look all the way up to the knees. That means I was halfway down the seat. I was sunk down. The guy wasn't even looking through the rearview mirror. He wasn't even looking through the rearview mirror. Until I grabbed it. And I did like this. I was like, yeah, I got that bitch. I got that bitch. And I held it in my hand. And then when my daughter looked, I said, Whitney, look. And then she told Zach. And then Zach looked. And I said, hey, Zach, look. He's like, what the fuck? Where'd you get that from? I said, under the seat. He's like, damn. Then I told Willie, what's your name? My name's Willie. Here's your candy, bro.
Willie was shocked.
Yeah.
Anywho, it was hilarious. So, taught Willie a lesson today. Anyhow, you guys have a good night.
Deuces.
Love you.
Love you.
Adios.
True story.
True story. Bye, y'all.